Hello, I'm Arman Khodaei. I'm 25 years old on the autism spectrum. Today's videos are a video response to the Motley Prism's video Girl with Asperger Syndrome. First, I want to say that the video that she just put up about a week ago is really good, and I was surprised at how well I could relate to it. I really like this video a lot, and I definitely think you should all watch it. I'm going to talk about how I related to it and my thoughts on the video. First of all, the person seems very nice and kind, and she likes kitties. So that's always a good thing. And she has a kitty. So, besides that, she's talking about how she feels like she doesn't have a great sense of humor, and she doesn't think people get her sense of humor. Actually, she did make a funny joke at the beginning. I'm not going to repeat the joke, but I do think she has a good sense of humor. Or I just want you to know that you have a sense of humor, but if people don't get it, it's because whatever, people have different senses of humor. She was talking about reading people and how it's very hard for her to understand people or understand their motives and read and understand people. For you and for everybody else in autism has a trouble with this, and I still do to an extent, but I'm getting better. I really recommend reading books on body language, or read a book on body language. Read psychology books. Read books on how to understand and impress people, and also meditate often. I think if you do a combination of these things, that you'll be able to read people and understand them even better. Even autism or not, it really helps a lot, and it has helped me a lot in that regard. She says that people are mean to her because she's childish and she's like SpongeBob and the Penguins of Madagascar. And among other things, and I really don't know why people would be mean to her watching her video. I don't get it. Maybe it's just the girls, because she's a girl, and maybe girls have this societal thingy-majiggy going on, and maybe she's talking about other girls being mean to her. I don't really know, because I know guys, they're not mean to me. People tend to respect me, and I could be a bit childish, like collecting Star Wars toys and other things like that. So I don't really get it, and a lot of people with autism do like SpongeBob. And so for you, Motley Prism, who made that video, I really think that you just have the wrong friends in that regard, or that the people are mean to you, these neurotypical people you're talking about, that you're just not finding the right ones to communicate with. Because watching your video, I really don't get why anybody would be mean to you at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. But maybe you're right. I don't know. But it's really unfortunate. She talks about another thing that I really can't relate to, but I feel really bad about. And she's talking about how in the past, she made some unfortunate decisions, with bad men, because, that took advantage of her or whatever. Because, whatever. I don't get why any guys would take advantage of a girl who doesn't understand, Why would you do such a thing, Why would you... I don't understand, and it really makes me upset when guys take advantage of girls like that. It's sickening if you really think about it. It's really wrong and messed up, and I'm really upset that a lot of guys out there like that. It makes things harder for me a lot. First of all, because I'm not like that, and all the other girls are going to assume that I'm like that because of that. One friend told me, a friend of mine told me that essentially that her viewpoint and the viewpoint of pretty much almost every other girl is that that men are only out to get sex, and that's pretty much the only motive, that there's no other real reason, and they don't care or whatever, etc. And that really makes me upset, especially when a guy really takes advantage of a girl who doesn't understand. That makes me very mad. But moving on, she likes things in a certain way, because it makes life predictable and safe. I can relate to that. I am trying to get more into the less predictable and the less safe for me, slowly and surely, because if everything's safe and predictable, which I enjoy very much because it makes me feel comfortable, but if it's like that, I'm not truly living. I'm not alive or whatever. I don't know, but it's the same thing over and over again. So I'm trying to expand out beyond the safe and predictable, little by little, which isn't much, but we're getting there. And another thing I wanted to mention was that she talks about rocking. Even in the video we see her rocking. I don't rock. Not everybody with autism does rock. Some do, some do. So you know, she does, which is fine. You know, I think it might be a stimming behavior. I'm not 100% sure because I don't rock, so I wouldn't know. She also like rubs her hands, stims her hands, whatever, to calm herself down, feel better. I do a similar thing, but I tend to have like some sort of tangible item in my hands, like maybe this receipt, a piece of paper, something, a comic book, I don't know, a toy. But I need something tangible also when I'm stimming to make things easier. Moving on, she also talks about, she made a brief analogy to cats, and in many ways I want to say that I think cats are a lot like people with autism. You know, they don't want to be bothered, and some, you know, when they want attention, they come up to you. Otherwise, you know, they're very focused. You know, if they're like hunting, they're very focused on what it is that they're hunting. And you know, they're in their own world pretty much. You know, not like dogs. You know, cats I think are very much like people with autism. She talks about how the fire alarm is very stabbing, her words, stabbing to her ears. And you know, I don't really like fire alarms, emergency vehicle sirens, etc. But what really stabs my ears, which is really excruciating and very painful, are markers, as I've talked in other videos. So I don't know if everyone with autism has this one sound that really just hurts like heck, or if it's just some people with autism, but markers are not awesome. She also talks about certain textures and textile sensations, especially with clothes. With clothes, there is one texture I can't stand at all. I can't remember what, if it's like cotton or what it is, I'm not sure, but like when I feel it, oh my god, I absolutely hate it so much. Oh, it makes me feel absolutely bad. Oh my goodness. I can't remember what clothing, but if I saw or if I felt it, I'd be like, no, that is not awesome. And she talks about how she notices patterns usually to calm her down, like in bricks or whatever. I even notice patterns on like carpets and floors. You know, I might notice like a flower or something like that. So I do notice random patterns as well sometimes. She talks about eye contact and how she hates to do it. In my video, Insights from Autistic Eye Contact, I delve more into the subject. I actually start off by using glasses to help me to create a barrier between people, and now I can more easily make eye contact without the glasses. It's still sometimes a challenge, but I'm getting past that. She talks about being a perfectionist. I'm also a perfectionist, but in that video she shows this amazing like connects or something that she put together that very same day with the focus to do it, and it's really amazing. And you know, it shows how we can have a very scientific mind and get things done in a very fast pace. So it's very interesting to look at. And what my favorite part of the video, so I saved the best for last, and she saved the best for last. She talks about how she went to a social group for people with autism, and I run a group for people with autism, and she talks about how she met her boyfriend there, and I am very excited and really happy for her that she found her boyfriend there at that place. And what really makes me happy is the fact that she talks about what I've mentioned before in my videos, but it's a girl saying it, okay? So everybody watch this so you know that I am not just saying that. She says that people with autism are, you know, they don't have secret motives, which is very true. You know, when it comes to relationships, she can't stand the whole secret motive thing. You know, that they're genuine, that they're loyal, and when they say they love you, they mean it. And all those things, I would say, are very true for me. And I believe that they're very true for almost all other, if not all other people on the autism spectrum. So, Motley Prism, thank you for saying that. It's good to hear a girl say that, you know, not just me saying that. So, I don't know, maybe one day I'll meet somebody at one of my social groups that I run or something, I don't know. But, maybe not. But, maybe elsewhere, I don't know. But thank you for saying that. And actually, that really meant a lot to me. You saying that about your boyfriend and all that, and saying that about people with autism. Since I was talking about a girl with the autism spectrum, I actually want to quickly mention something. A friend of mine has a almost 13-year-old daughter on the autism spectrum, and she's talking about how whenever her daughter has her period, her daughter really regresses big time. Doesn't even have a sense of identity. And this is a problem for her. and she wants to get either surgery to take care of that particular function, or that's ideally what she wants to do, is do that. So if anybody knows a good lawyer or something to do that, it's her business, and I'm not going to stop her or anything like that. And and her daughter, I've met her daughter, and I know where her daughter is at on the spectrum, so it might be the best decision. She also does discuss doing birth control to possibly have the period not as often for her daughter. But she doesn't want the side effects of the birth control and also potential dangers with that as well. So if you have any advice in that regard, if you know any good doctors in that regard, I'm a guy, so I really don't think about that subject matter too much. But my friend would be extraordinarily grateful. So or perhaps any girls on the autism spectrum, if you can tell me about what it's like for you having your period, so I can share the information with my friend here. Okay, it's not for me. This is for my friend's daughter, and I'm trying to help her out. So thank you very much, and I wish all of you most awesome day of awesomeness. And please watch her video. I like it, so watch it. All right, thank you. All right, bye.